Hey, this is Brook Hoover. I just got in from playing a gig in Wisconsin, and we had a terrible snowstorm and the van got stuck. And that is when you know you got the blues right there. That's the real blues. But I want to talk about a little bit of the theory of blues, harmony, and chords. I've got a couple of real simple ideas. I might make this kind of a short video. I'm playing my 64 Strat today. Good old trustworthy guitar. I want to show you a little bit of harmony between two chords. So if we're in the key of A, which is just an easy key to work on, let's say we're going from the 1 chord, that's the A or A7, to the 4 chord, which would be D7 or D9. So that's our 1 to the 4 and the 1 to the 4. Okay, you're probably a little bit familiar with that. One detail of that where we can find some harmony would be the two notes on the 3rd and 4th strings of an A7, which is the G and a C sharp. I'm going to kind of get close so you can see that. That's your G and the C sharp. Doing a little hammer on. This is the flatted 7th, the G. It's a flatted 7th of an A7 chord, and this is the C sharp, the 3rd, and it makes a cool chord. It's just a 2-note chord. All right. Excuse me. What I'm going to do is take it to the 4. This is the trick. All I'm going to do is go, which gives you part of this like D9 or D7. So the trick again is this A7, the G and the C sharp going down a half step, which gives you an F sharp and a C. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because now what we have is a 3rd and a flatted 7th of D. That's the 3rd, that's the 7th. So you can imply going from the 1 to the 4 just like this. Back to the 1. Here's the 1 to the 4. Really easy. It sounds really cool. But there's one more trick I want to show you. When you go to the 5, here's your 1, 4, and your 5, which is E7. That's going to give you, here's that shape I talked about, the A7 to the 4 to the 1. Here's the 5. I think that's crazy. So that's your 3rd and flatted 7th of the E7 chord, or E9. I'm going to play a 12-bar blues using these two shapes. There's a 4, the 1. Here comes the 5, 4, to the 1, and the 5. that's how you can do a 1-4-5 using. It's hard. You're hardly doing anything. You're just doing 1-4-5-1. All right, that's just my opening idea for a little bit of a theory of how blues chords kind of work together and a little bit of the harmony. So we're just going to take chords and play smaller parts of them and turn them into lines and targets. So when you're, one last little word, a big thing I look for is a third. So if I'm on a A7 chord, let's say the band is playing an A7 chord, and I'm going to play a little bit of a solo or maybe just some backing lead guitar melodic fills or something. I might use that minor pentatonic scale. But the problem is the chord is major. So I might want to warm it up with this major third, the C sharp. So I might go. So I'm going to target the third. If I land on that third, it sounds pretty right on. So I want you to maybe think about targeting thirds. That's a chord tone. So chord tones are the notes of the chord, the root, third or fifth, or flatted seventh if you're doing a dominant seventh. Maybe I'll do just a little solo hitting some of these thirds of the chords. Now I'm going to call it up. There it is. Yeah. There's a root. There's a third of D. There's the flatted 7 of an A. That G sharp is your third of E to the third of D. So you could probably kind of hear that I was hitting A, D, and E with my lines there. So once again I was hitting the root, third, fifth, and flatted seventh of the chord in my phrases. I was kind of trying to land on those notes. All right, I'm going to cut it short. I'm pretty tired from battling the snow in Wisconsin last night and this morning, and I'm going to go kind of, excuse me, rest a little bit. Thanks for